have a question for us as well. You put it that way, like you tried to make a keyword research tool that the brand would be proud of, and that you would like counter the downsides of Google Keyword Planner. And you didn't mention that I believe there was a commercial move to it. I believe that Moz has customers who turned down the offer of using Moz just because they also need a keyword research tool. Wasn't that a factor? I believe there should be a lot of guys like.
Oh, sure. We talk about churn at our company, which is people who end up leaving the tool set. And if you want a suite, a complete SEO suite, it ought to include keywords. That being said, if we were just trying to save face with those customers, we would have released a tool a long time ago, and it would have just been your standard run-of-the-mill, type in a keyword, get back the volume, and that would have been it. But I think that I don't want to. I think all of the people here understand that the SEO community is not going to accept a tool that isn't really going to do them a service and actually allow them to do their jobs better. So I think long gone are the days of just tacking on one more feature after another, after another, after another, and building some sort of Frankenstein. You do actually have to produce something that's coherent and cohesive. But I would agree with you. Certainly, we had our existing customers in mind as well.
Is that good for me to step in? Okay, so my questions are kind of going to be all over the place because obviously I was told 3 minutes before you guys started. So one thing that everyone's been talking about lately is Google's decision to change their own keyword tool to combine search variants instead of before they showed obviously keywords individually, so you can get a good idea of in a range of keywords which ones were most popular and which ones weren't. What do you guys all think about that decision that Google made, and has it had any impact on stuff on your end?
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I'd say that it's a kind of on trend for how Google's been making updates to the keyword planner, and it's kind of been increasingly difficult for people to get just at the kind of the keyword data. And I remember a while ago they moved it in, so you had to have an AdWords account, and they've been making these kind of sort of changes periodically. So I think it ties into sort of what they've been doing with the keyword planner, and definitely we've had people coming to us and talking about it, and we ran an article on it in our newsletter last week and had lots of people commenting on it and stuff. So it's definitely something that people are aware of, and I think it's definitely had an impact on people.
It's a big deal when the help team at your company starts asking you questions because they're receiving so many questions about it from their support channels. We actually kind of saw this happen in real time a bit. Since we mix clickstream data with Google data, we use that to catch anomalies where keywords are way over or underreported. The original goal for that was to catch trending terms, but what ended up happening in this case was a whole bunch of misspellings or acronyms or things of that sort jumped in their volumes dramatically relative to the clickstream data we were seeing. And that dramatic increase, luckily our systems were able to catch and course correct in a lot of cases, but helped us see that this was a pretty profound change on Google's behalf. We're looking to roll out a specific solution to this in not this sprint, but the following, so in about 4 weeks, although our clickstream data helps with it already. But I think it's something that all keyword tools are going to have to consider if they want to serve the SEO community in particular.